Hey, good afternoon, y'all. I'm Donnie. I'd like to invite you to join me for a pipe, and this time, a pour. Cheers, y'all. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Glad to see you on this afternoon. Thank you for joining me. Wanted to do a quick video by way of a check-in for Paladin Piper in this great 2025 Codger challenge that several of us are punishing ourselves with. Honestly, me, not so much. It's not that bad. Just stick with one blend for 1 month. I know some of you guys are struggling or having a hard time making it through the first week. That's the point of a challenge. It's difficult. It's not easy. You got to sometimes overcome your wants and needs to push through. What's it for? Bragging rights. What's the benefit? The fun of it. Prove to yourself that maybe you can do something. I don't know. I'm just having fun with it. Yeah, so checking in here. Enjoying the Volunteer Smoke-Mash-ter blend. Again, to serve as a reminder, it's Red Virginia's. It is Peter Stokkebye's PS2 whiskey. It is toasted Tennessee burley. It was a cube cut. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then, because it was lacking, added a little bit more heavy pinch of Sutliff's creme brulee to kind of bring some sweetness to it. Oh yeah, I also did add a little spritz of today's pour. So let's jump right to that. Now you get there. There you go. Again, sticking with the theme of Volunteer, Tennessee, and the Smoke-Mash-ter, I decided, because it wasn't giving me enough whiskey that I wanted, that I gave it a little spritz of this Jack Daniel's single barrel proof pick. This was, I believe, a 10-year-old Jack Daniel's Tennessee whiskey, and I've said it before. I am not a fan of Jack Daniel's like old number 7, the kind that like you would just get awfully, you would have way too much of when you were in college or whatever. Don't like it. I still don't. But their single barrel selections are pretty spectacular. I'll be honest. This one comes in at 66.6 alcohol by volume. Oh my goodness. I shouldn't drink this with the Beast. Cornell and Deal's small batch, should I? If I had pearls, I'd clutch them. Oh dear. No, honestly, I don't like that number. But anyway, I'll go with 133.2 proof. How about that? Here's the beauty of it. It smells great. Jack Daniel's has a proprietary yeast that they use that does tend to give off a very buttery. It does give a buttery mouthfeel, but a very banana-ish, Bananas Foster sort of nose. And this has it in spades. It really does. It was a little darker, but I added a couple of splashes of water just because honestly 133 proof when you're smoking a pipe is, I have found in my pipe and a pour journey, they just don't mix well. So I proofed it down a little bit by adding some water to open it up, and it's made a big difference. That is so good, y'all. It still does have a kick, but it's tolerable. Like, it has a kick that you would expect from whiskey. You know, it's not overpowering. I would offer this to any of you guys who are like, "Well, that's too high for me." A couple of drops of water, bring it down some, let it open up with some air, and the proof should not be a problem Or maybe I'm just immune to it. I don't know. But it's really, really great. And like I said, I added that into this blend. Now, smoking it today in the, come on now, get in there. The Kaywoodie 46G, which I've mentioned in the previous video. As I look back, should be about 1955-ish. I believe this particular paneled apple was in the 1955 catalog. And I love it. It's a great little piece, and it still has the stinger in there. I have read up on the stinger. I have no idea really what it does. It's supposed to help condensate the moisture so you get a smoother smoke. You know, maybe reduce tongue bite. I think it's a cool little idea. I don't mind it at all. I get no problem with the draw whatsoever. Yeah, so this is my third bowl of the Volunteer Smoke-Mash-ter blend, and I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm pretty proud of myself because here's the 6th of April. I got a late start, didn't start on the challenge until the 2nd or 3rd. And I've already had 3 bowls. That's good for me. Some of y'all do that before noon. I get it. More power to you. There are days that I wish that I could. But yeah, thankful for the weekend where I can actually break away for a little bit and sit down today in the garage because it's still raining. Yeah, we'll talk about the weather in a few minutes. I don't want to belabor the point because it's been a wild week here in Middle Tennessee. But about the Volunteer Smoke-Mash-ter blend, I'm really enjoying it, y'all. I was a little nervous just because my first 2 initial runs, one was pretty bland, very meh, didn't care for it. Once I made the additions of the Jack Daniel's Spritz and the creme brulee, it sort of started to come together better, and it was a little bit sweeter. And that's the thing, this is not over the top. This is not over the top by any means as far as being like this goopy aromatic. I will say that I'm still figuring out how to pack it because the Tennessee Burley is cube cut, as I mentioned earlier. And with the cube cut, you got to pack it differently than you would a ribbon or a shag or a rough cut. So, rookie error maybe, but to have ribbon cut tobaccos in with the cube cut makes it a little wonky. To get it to stay lit, I've found that like the first half of the bowl, I'm doing a little bit of tamping and relighting, a little bit of tamping, relighting. Once I get halfway down and everything sort of has come together and it's got the right airspace it needs, I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Probably overthinking it. Whatever, I'm still trying to figure out how to pack it properly so that it stays lit longer initially. I've found that it can be a little bitey if I push it too hard. I mean, what tobacco isn't, especially with all the components that I have in there, you know. And actually with this bowl this afternoon, I tried something a little bit different. I went with are you guys familiar with the delayed gratification technique or process or whatever it is? Essentially, I packed it this morning and then pre-lit it. Did actually one really good char light on it, set it down in my office and walked away. Went about the rest of the daily activities. And now as the afternoon is winding down, I went back to my office and picked it up. And I can't tell that it's any different or any better having like just laid it out on a tray and then packed it versus the char light, let it hang out and get to it later. I don't know. What I will tell you So I'm enjoying it. I really am. And I know, granted, I got lucky. I'll admit it. I got lucky, right? I'm getting plenty of sweetness from the whiskey, you know, and I think more so it's coming from the PS2 whiskey blend that's in there, and maybe the Jack Daniel's Spritz, than from the Red Virginias. It's got a very light mouthfeel. The smoke is not heavy at all. It doesn't, and that's what it does. I learned this, I guess, Friday evening when I was sitting down with the bowl and was like really kind of pushing through it and got a little bit of tongue bite, and it just wasn't smoking much. And I was like, this is one of those blends that's just not going to smoke much. I think that Tennessee Cube Cut Burley that's in there is a very slow smoking blend, so that it's going to just have to take its time. But what's interesting is that in, again, the bottom half of the bowls, when it really starts to come together, and I'm telling you guys, I have picked up, gosh, again, I've picked up the whiskey. I've picked up, I'm not getting anything grassy at all. So like that grassy, citrusy aspect of the Virginia, not even present. Thankful for that in this blend. The sweetness from the creme brulee, and see, and there it goes again. Too much talking, not enough paying attention to it, and it sort of petered out. So that's my only issue with it right now. But the big surprise, and even though the Burleys play such a minor role in the blend, not even making up 20% of the blend, there is this warm, nutty, floral aspect. And I can't figure out where the floral would come from except from the Burleys. I may be wrong on that. I'm probably wrong on that, because you guys know I know absolutely nothing. If I'm right, I got lucky. If I'm wrong, yeah, I know it. But the fact of the matter is, it's delightful, and I really am enjoying it. So all that to say, I'm really enjoying the Volunteer Smoke-Mash-ter blend. I continue to look forward to getting to know my 4 pipes that I'm smoking this month along with this blend. It continues to surprise me and offer some complexity that I didn't expect. Now, granted, with 4 distinct blends in there, yeah, that makes sense. You'd have some complexity. And that makes me not very codgery, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm probably wrong on this too. But even there, on the retrohale, that I'm getting a lot of floral notes. It's just fascinating. I did not expect it. I just don't feel like Codgers do a whole lot of complexity in again, the over-the-counter Codger blends that we all know. They're sort of one note. And this is hitting me with everything from whiskey to floral to nutty to even some like soft chocolate in there. Soft chocolate meaning not very strong. And I couldn't tell you if it's dark or cocoa or milk chocolate, or I don't know. I ain't that good. I'm not going to make that stuff up. Point is, I'm codgering on because I'm enjoying this blend. Hope you guys are doing the same. And it does just fine with a pour of whiskey. Y'all take care of yourselves out there while you're at it. Take care of each other. We'll see you again here soon for another pipe and a pour. See ya.